There, oh boy, that's a big fish. Big fish.
Welcome to Fishing with Ladin Langman and co-host Steve Ronholt.
You can buy that expensive tackle that you think that you might need. You can head out for the river and hope you might succeed. But if you want to fish just right, just turn your TV on. Come on fishing with Ladin, he'll get your fishing on. Yeah, come on fishing with Ladin and you'll have some fun. Cast and fly in Alaska, on the Wild Yukon, or catch some trout and salmon in good old Washington. Fishing with Ladin, casting with Ladin, man, that's a lot of fun. Fishing with Ladin, casting with Ladin, man, that's a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we caught a great day here in Montana, beautiful weather. We're gonna fish a creek called Armstrong Spring Creek. I think it's gonna be an awesome show. Stick around. All right, our cameraman Clint spotted a fish right out in this area here, so I'm gonna head down and see if I can hook it. No sooner did I walk out in the creek, made one cast, tried to get some line out, made another cast, and boom, fish. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep, it's a good fish too,
good.
Steve.
Good.
Wow.
I want to see that fly.
Okay, well, I'd like to actually. All right.
Nice, good job.
The fish headed for shallow water, so I held my rod out toward the middle of the river. Tell you what.
Good fighter.
I thought this fish was a brown, but it turned out to be a rainbow. Oh boy, a big swirl right over there. So there's a lot of fish in here.
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Nice.
Nothing wrong with that fish.
Oh, beauty.
Beautiful colored rainbow.
What about a size 18 midge larva? Is that your second cast there?
Yeah. Well, that was fun. That was my second cast of the day. Fortunately, it wasn't my first cast because we all know what happens when that happens. You don't catch a fish the rest of the day. And it's a beautifully spotted rainbow. Nice. So it wasn't more than 10 feet out in this little slow water right here, but enough current to move the fish.
Awesome.
Steve and I were working a nice run just below a ripple. I made a cast, and soon I was rewarded. There it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Come on.
Yeah, he took the egg this
Yeah,
time.
I sure did.
Egg pattern.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Gorgeous fish.
Yeah, another beautifully colored rainbow.
Yeah. Look at that thing.
Okay, another nice rainbow. And there she goes. Yeah, it's great. You know, you fish a famous spring creek in Montana, and wintertime's a great time to do it because, you know, typically they charge rod fees, $150, $160, but in the wintertime, not many people here, it's like $40 a rod.
Yep.
It's a great way to experience some fantastic fishing.
Yeah, this is really cool.
If you ever get the itch to fish in the wintertime, this is a great opportunity. Come out and fish these spring creeks. You will not be disappointed. Good cast. Oh,
Gosh.
yeah. That is a good fish.
Yeah, it
man.
is.
That is big.
Oh, nice. He's coming.
Oh, it's beautifully colored fish.
Yeah, it is. Nice. Nice, healthy rainbow.
Yeah.
There he goes. Getting some fast action here this morning on these midges, and got that egg pattern on there too. So.
Yeah, both have been effective.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep plugging away. This is an awesome day in February. Just can't believe the weather.
I know.
I'm gonna have to shed even.
Yeah. It is so nice today. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's go get some more. As we moved upriver to the next riffle, we were enjoying the beautiful Montana scenery. Oh, the nice fish, Steve.
Oh, good.
It's a big one.
Good.
Sweet. Yeah, I kind of cast out in that current over there and just kind of let it sweep across and kind of almost naturally. And that might have been the ticket.
They're spunky.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The fish was holding its ground near the middle of the river. This is one serious fighting fish. I had the fish near, but it wasn't giving up as it made some last-minute evasive maneuvers. Gorgeous fish.
That's cool.
Finally, I had it in the net.
Oh boy, look at that. Gorgeous bow. Nice.
Yeah, out of that same spot, this beautiful little riffle coming into I would say a deep pool, but the deep pool's about that deep,
Yeah.
but that's where they seem to be hanging out. So.
Yeah, we gave it about 15 minutes rest and came back to it and got a fish right away.
Yep, sure enough, had one strike, lost that fish, and then about 5 minutes later, another nice, beautiful trout. Okay,
Awesome.
let's get some more. Here we are in February in the beautiful Montana. It's crazy warm spell. Feels like springtime, catching fish, a lot of fun.
So we found another nice little riffle here, and I'm gonna work my way out. So I try not to spook any fish or go over any fish that are shallow. And if I don't get any hits in shallow, then I'll move out deeper or further out in the water. Because I'm not using a strike indicator, I'm trying to just keep tight with the flies, and I felt the fish bite, and I set the hook. Oh, there's one. Nice. Just let that little midge keep drifting down into the slower water, and he hit it. Thank you. I might have to go down a little bit to get him the drop off. He's doesn't like the shallow water. What's that? Yeah, it is really nice. Nice rainbow. All right, yes. Beauty. Beautiful. Nice fight. Boy, that may be the biggest fish of the day without Ladin here to argue. There we go. Yeah, he better not take too long of a break here. He's going to miss out on a lot of good fish. That's okay with me. There's one. Nice. Ooh, boy. It's a pretty good fish. That was cool. Took that line. I don't have a lot of drag on right now, so, but still, nice hit, and it took off nicely. It looks like he took the midge larva again. Nice. I think I need a little bit more drag on there. As soon as the fish hit, he made a nice run, took out a bunch of line, and then did that once again later on in the fight. That was cool. That was a good run. This might be the biggest fish I've had on so far. No, just made a good run. Nice. Wow, yeah, it's a thick one. Nice and heavy. It's a nice one again. It's thicker fish up and down. Not quite as long and maybe not quite as fat as the last one, but good fighter. That one took off more than the other two have. That's cool. So these midge larvae, hatch out of the bottom substrate, and then they'll turn into the midge adult flies. And fish love these things. They're around most of the wintertime. Good food source for them.
That's a fish. That is a good fish. Huh, I like that. That was pretty awesome. Boy, oh man, he's going on a nice run. Steve just fished this spot and he was kind enough to leave me a pretty darn good fish. Wow, you can see him flashing just, oh boy, man. This thing's got some spunk to it. Get him over in this calmer water. Oh, look at the colors. It's a gorgeous fish. This one, this one's not giving up easily. Ugh. Gosh, I don't twist like I used to. Oh! It's a beautiful Montana trout. Had him so close to the net. Unfortunately, I missed him on the first stab at it. And sometimes you don't get second chances. Darn it, that was a good fish. Good fish.
The tip of the week is brought to you by Northwest Outfitters, located at the Village at Riverstone in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
We see, I don't know, in a week's time, we probably see at least, this time of year, at least a rod a day come back into the shop that's been broken. And I would say 85% of them come from something that can be prevented. On these 4-piece rods, I would say, what, 50% breakages, Pat, on this first ferrule.
Yeah.
So when Pat handed me that rod, it was warmer just about half hour ago, and that makes the graphite expand. As it's cooled off and the graphite shrinks, these loosen up. So when he handed me the rod, the first thing I did was come up and check all my ferrules. I don't want them, I'm not jamming them on, but I want them tight. Like I said, most of the time we see breaks when this ferrule loosens and then you hook a fish, and now if I were to flex that, it puts an enormous amount of pressure right here on the connection instead of spreading it out through the rod, and it's like a vice grip and it just snaps right there. You just always want to be on top of your ferrules to make sure they're snug.
We moved upstream, keeping an eye out for new fishing holes.
I don't know, Steve. Where's Clint?
I don't know.
The guy never really keeps up.
No, let's just keep moving.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, sure did. Little silver bullet. A silver bullet fish. It's about a 8-incher that thinks he's 15. Awesome.
What happened?
It got off. It was a, I don't know what kind of maneuver he pulled, but it was a darn good one because he twisted up my flies, made a mess. I can't get them because it's windy. Kind of embarrassing, I'll have to do it this way. That's a bummer.
There's one.
Yeah, beauty, Steve. Awesome. Woo, woo.
He's taking off.
That looks like a good one.
Yeah, he didn't look that big, but man, he took off. That's awesome.
I'll come out, I'll get the net.
Thank you.
Good one.
Yeah, I decided to put a little more weight on to get in that deeper hole. And that helped, I think, get it down far enough.
Yeah, boy, it's kind of wrapped in, oh yeah, that's a decent fish.
Yeah, that's a nice
no
fish.
doubt.
He really took off when he first
Yeah.
hit, boy.
dude.
Yeah, and
Beauty.
the red midge larva again, huh?
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, beautiful fish.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, this is a really nice rainbow. Nice spots on it. I don't know, 16 probably, something like that.
Yeah, good fish.
Yeah, really nice. That's cool. You know, you just these riffles, you know there's got to be fish in there because there's so many fish in this creek. And so I hit it a few times with just the flies, no weight or anything, didn't catch anything. So put a little weight on, got it deep enough, I guess, and that's what caught the fish. So.
Okay, well, I might do the same thing.
Yeah,
Put a little teeny weight on. So.
Sounds like a good plan.
Oh man, Steve, nothing beats Montana. I mean, fly fishing too. It's just so relaxing.
It is, man, I tell you, just kick back, catch a few fish,
Yeah.
enjoy the scenery.
I tell you, we have quite the life. We can't
Yeah,
complain,
no
that's for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well,
Crazy good.
after we rest here for a few minutes, should we go hit the water again? Because that's a
Probably.
pretty good looking hole.
Yeah, I think it's good to get rested up and then hit back out there.
What do you think, Steve? Pretty
Boy,
good looking
it sure
hole.
looks good, yeah. Looks like a nice fast water coming in and slows down.
Well, I'll head across. Do you want to
Okay,
fish that?
sure, yeah, I'll give this a try.
Okay.
Steve and I headed down the bank. And as I was crossing the river, Steve hooked a fish.
There we go. That's a nice one. Yeah, it's a nice fat fish. There he goes. Oh yeah, that's another nice trout. Awesome. First fish that I've caught with the scud. I just put it on and second or third cast hooked one, so that's pretty cool. So we're using a fairly typical setup for fly fishing here, a 9-foot rod, 5-weight, dry fly line, and it's a pretty clear spring creek, so we're using a fairly small tippet. We're going 5x to the first fly, and sometimes 5x and sometimes 6x to the second fly. The first fly we used today was an egg pattern imitation, and the second fly we used is a midge larva. And that one's tiny enough that sometimes we use 6x with it, tippet.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a good fish too. Whoa. Since this is a very shallow, very clear spring creek, we decided to forego the strike indicator today and just fish with our lines, kind of using that as a strike indicator. It's another nice rainbow for sure. It's a good fish. I just caught it right in this little ruffle. This guy's getting close. I might be able to coax him my way and net him.
Okay.
Maybe. Here we go. Ah, it's fighting up against the current again.
Likes going upriver.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Oh
Nice.
boy. Oh,
Nice.
yeah, that worked out pretty well. It came right toward me. I didn't even know where he was. It's a great rainbow. Oh boy, another nice fish. Man, it's just been an awesome day, Steve.
Been a great day.
Yeah. Should we get out of here? Or?
Sure, I mean, yeah, it's getting to be where probably we should go, huh?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a great time fishing this beautiful creek in Montana. And please join us next week for more Fishing with Ladin. Come on, Clint, we're going up here, fish the next hole.
Be sure to join us next time for more Fishing with Ladin, because we're having fun catching fish.